It's Crazy Dead Train Gaming here. I just thought I'd say hi. How are you all before I obviously start the stream? I'd like to give a special shout out to one of the streamers I do follow. It's Luma. I'll soon get his full name. Exactly tell you. Luma Palooza. I give a good shout out to you. Hope you enjoy playing the new Jurassic World Roads or Jurassic Roads update. Yes, I haven't played that yet, but that will be a future stream coming up. Because apparently with the update, it is convoy enabled, so yeah. I may be starting some convoys on that, maybe with himself. So that's all to look forward to. Basically, you can now do jobs on this by taking dinosaurs, live dinosaurs in the cages. That'd be kind of interesting to do. Luma, you're hilarious. You've literally named all the dinosaurs in the park. I was watching your stream. You did make me laugh for that. But anyway, I do give you a shout out. Basically, I'm now about to fire up American Truck Simulator, of course, because that's what I labelled the game as. Laugh out loud. And we're going to be driving from Jamaica, Kingston, all the way up to Radiator Springs. Yes, I've just started my profile again, guys, so it will be in a stock truck. So it won't be the fastest. Basically, if I just grab this, public page, copy. Basically, what I'm now doing, guys, is I'm now going to chuck my VTC link for everyone that do have Truckee app installed. You can now join my VTC virtual trucking company and obviously help me progress through that. I've dropped it through the Twitch. If I just go up here and again go on to Facebook. Just give me a second, guys. I've just got to drop it everywhere. Pages, Crazy Dead Train Gaming. I'm live. Here and again. If I blow that up, that's full screen. Where is it? Videos. That's it. If I just go up here and again. Page. That's now dropped on Facebook, guys. Now if I go on to YouTube. Yes, I have to do it all individually just to drop it all, just so you guys can obviously join my VTC. So I'm just talking because I'm just basically concentrating dropping this link. But yes, the VTC link is now live on all channels. If anyone's watching and they do want the MegaMap for my American Truck Simulator, the public profile will be set and made up over the weekend. So basically by Monday, I will have a link set up and a command set up in Streamlabs, and I'll give you the information for that once it's set up. So basically, you can write that command in the chat, in all chats, and then basically, yeah, it'll throw you the link. You can download the map yourself with all the relevant mods, profile, the lot, to basically get you all set up and going. But anyway, we are now jumping straight into American Truck Simulator. So before I do anything else, I'm going to put my phone on silent. And we'll be on our way. I'd like to give a special shout. And sorry about that. But hopefully now I've pressed that button. We have got American Truck Simulator on the screen. As you can see from the start bar, we are starting on level 0. We have 110 mods. Before I end the stream, I'll go through all the mods I have activated to literally get this mega map up and running, because a few people have asked me what the mods are. So yeah, if you want to see what the mods are, stay tuned through all the stream. I know it's going to be a long one because I'm basically running from Jamaica all the way up to Radiator Springs, and I'll bring the map up and show you. So we go to the world map. We are in Kingston down here, right beside Port Royal, where the ferry takes you to... It will take you to the Bahamas. Then we'll travel from the Bahamas to get to FT Lauderdale. Then we'll travel up all the way past Yahoo JCT, Orlando, Glencoe, past Jacksonville. I believe we probably will take the pass and go through Texas and that way up. Then we can go up to Radiator Springs, so we take the Texas way, or it might chuck us the way and go into Indianapolis and take us right up near Chicago. Until I start the route, I couldn't possibly tell you because there could be two ways. I'd rather it take me through Texas, because for one simple reason, guys, with this map size, obviously yes, I've got it full screen, hence how you can see it properly. I've gone and tested this, and yes, you can run the legendary Route 66. But yes, the truck that's on the screen now is the Haterbill 379/389. That truck was recommended by Llama Palozza, which is one of the other streamers I do watch. I also do playlists. So obviously please subscribe and like and share his videos as well as my own. He's quite a funny guy to watch. You can have one of them people you can have a laugh with. So yeah, I do give a big shout out to you, Llama. I hope you're having a great time on Euro Truck Simulator 2 playing Jurassic Roads. With the update, I haven't gone and touched it yet, but I will be very soon. So we need to go through where it says Kingston. As long as it's in here, which it is. We are taking some tyres, and yes, as you can see on the map, guys, we are in Jamaica. It's going to follow this all the way around to the Bahamas. Then we're going to cross to where it comes out at FT Lauderdale. It's going to take us across through Louisiana, all the way up to Texas. Take us up to Fort Worth, Jacksboro, Wisher Falls, Childress, Amarillo. It's going to cut me across that. Well, I'm going to go out of that through Texas and go down to where it says Chinchilla and back out that way through Sonoria and back out that way, because in a way I do not want to touch Route 66. I'd rather keep that for a separate stream, because that Route 66, driving it in a stock truck, can take a fair few hours to do. That's if you're not doing what I used to do and put your foot down, so you're doing about 108 mile an hour and doing it in about an hour and a half. Because basically doing it that way, like I've learned, you cannot take in the scenery and take all the scenic routes like you can when you're driving, taking the time. Yes, you lot do probably think, if I just shut the engine off while I'm still talking. Basically, guys, as I was getting to it, you basically can't take in all the scenery and basically what it all looks like compared to real life. Because one day, obviously, one of my parents equals my dad. He wants to start off in Chicago and then basically go through these. Basically, I've got it all written down with the locations, how the legendary Route 66 actually works. And if you give me a second, once I find the right page in my book, I can basically read you the destinations of the Route 66 for some people who do not know about the route. Some people have heard of it who lives in the United States, some of them you have not. So the route goes like this. So you go from Chicago where it starts, down to Springfield IL, then Springfield IL to Springfield. Laugh out loud, you're not going to see The Simpsons. Then you're going to go from Springfield to St. Louis, sorry about the speech, and St. Louis to Joplin, from Joplin to Tulsa, Tulsa to Oklahoma City, Oklahoma City to Amarillo, Amarillo to Tucumcari, Tucumcari to Santa Fe, or Santa Fe, Santa Fe to Albuquerque, Albuquerque to Gallup, Gallup to Holbrook, Holbrook to Flagstaff. I added this one in because I was in the ATS map, which is in Flagstaff to Radiator Springs. Normally without it, it will be Flagstaff down to Barstow, but because obviously it was an add-on on the map, I added Radiator Springs in to make it a bit longer. Then you'd go from Barstow to Los Angeles. Then you'd go from Los Angeles to I would believe to Palm Springs, or maybe you'd go from Palm Springs to Vegas or the other way around. But yeah, they are the destinations. Once I've read it properly off Google and got the right destinations, I will add Radiator Springs into that route and then do it professionally on stream so you guys can see. But that is basically a separate stream which I'm going to run once I've got my truck all unlocked, I've got my skins all unlocked, and everything above. Sorry for the talking, guys, it's just I wanted to get that out of my system, and obviously get that out of the way before I obviously start. Now, obviously before I go anywhere, I need to activate the sat-nav, because with the route view as it is, it's very small, and I can't see it.
We're ready to rock and roll. Drive safely.
But obviously, if you've got the sat-nav set, it will more guide you to where you have to go. But first, we are going to turn off traffic and fatigue, because fatigue do you nothing if you turn it off. For guys that do not know what that does, traffic offences, you know what that is. It stops police coming after you and everything else and getting fines. But if you turn fatigue off while you're simulating, it will stop your driver from falling asleep. And secondly, because I have a steering wheel set up, I'm going to turn my braking intensity up. Because I learned this from previous streams. Basically what that does is that make your braking a lot sharper, because I tested this. I was going roughly about 100 miles an hour, which is a normal speed for myself. Yes, I know it's overspeeding, but I did do this as a test. I pushed my brakes without getting stuck, and then I basically went, how do you call it? I went basically up to 100 miles an hour and then slammed the brakes on to test how quick it done an emergency stop, and I clocked about 0.2 seconds, which is unbelievably great.
I'll turn left.
Just excuse me for a second, guys. I'm just literally testing my buttons and everything just to make sure they're in order and programmed. Yes, they are. It's just the fact because I've made a new profile. Sometimes it carries the settings over, sometimes it don't. And excuse me, I need to turn my window off.
In 0.1 miles, I'll turn left. I'll turn left.
And because I'm running this professionally, I'm going to go into my gameplay and also enable one setting. Truck speed limiter, we're going to tick it. So we do not go faster than anything else, because when you are running a VTC like myself, if you go over a certain speed, it will say the job is invalid. Yes, I do turn off the Truckee app and close it when I'm doing that kind of stream, but I don't want to get a reputation and a record where most of my jobs I've done have been completed, but they're invalid because of the speed. So if I do take my time and go slow within the speed limits, you know why. It's just how the program's designed and how it works. But if you do click the link that's in the chat, and you do have the Truckee app and play with this or Euro Truck Simulator, feel free to join the VTC. The more members and the more drivers I have, basically, the better the VTC club will get, or the VTC company will get. But we will definitely just adjust these lights, and because normally they do not get switched on when the lights are done, I will just turn on the front auxiliary and the roof. So that way when I control all the lights later, when it gets dark, you'll see everything activated. But enough of me talking, and instead I'm going to start concentrating. Basically guys, as you can see, I'm hammering the throttle, and the speed is not letting me go no faster than 17.
I'll take the second exit.
Which is decent, because then I can press this button here, and then you guys can see the scenery of Jamaica and see how gorgeous it looks. Sorry, I went over the roundabout instead of around it. It's just there's such a big load, and some corners are really tight to get around. But practice makes perfect, as I said to everybody. They reckon down here, as the last guys to this next roundabout, you can literally get about 50. Can you really?
I'll turn now.
We have just highlighted Port Royale. Oh look, and we've got Roadrunner. But guys, if you are stopping by, feel free to say hi and drop something in the chat. Oh look, welcome to Royals, you know what I mean? I wanna be Royal, Royal. Yes, so I believe it's, this roundabout, because it's daytime, it's nearly fooled me, right? Well, this roundabout, don't let it fool you if you ever do have the MegaMap yourself, and I ask you to go to the ferry. What I'm now about to show you is the correct way, not the wrong way. Basically, what you do, you see this roundabout here where the cars just went round, take the right-hand turn, because you're now going to tell me, yes, Crazy Dead Shane, you are going the wrong way. Well, guess what, and watch.
I'll take it to your turn, baby.
See, Elvis is taking me to take a U-turn, because they think they know what's best. Well, when I go round this corner, guess
I'll
what?
take it to your turn, baby.
The sat-nav get lost, but I've found the dots. So, guess what that says? Oh look, the sat-navigation computer is wrong. And I am right, because I spent half an hour trying to find this boat the first time I ever done it. So we need to go to where it says Nassau, the Bahamas, which knocks off 10 hours. That costs $899 to get to there. Well, that's a good thing. It's a quick job. Because, yes, as you would say, the employer that employs me to then run this job is technically paying for my ferries. So I haven't lost anything. Ha ha ha. It's the only thing when you're doing quick jobs with this, you've got to literally take and literally pay for everything. Your truck full, so they the docks that we just used, and everything basically. And yes, if you guys are wondering why my truck lights are so bright, is because I do have a mod installed from the Steam shop saying brighter lights for truck and trailers. If you download that, it will make your lights brighter about, I'd roughly say about 50 times brighter than the normal SCS. Normally the SCS settings, so that just basically overrides. Oh god, I've gone and made the error again, haven't I? So I've got to basically go around in a circle, get back on the boat and get to Florida, because I basically pulled off again too early. But I just thought I'd give you a grand tour inside the cab. While that's dark, which is a bit of a shit, 'cause there's no cab and beacon light. As you can see, look how bright that indicator is compared to daytime. You very hardly see it. Now let's see if I can turn this without hitting anything. Well, that didn't work, did it? That little fucker got on my way, and you can see my indicator was on. Fucking hell, that's got some punch when it's in reverse. Normally I did like it when I used to have the truck myself, when I had it on my old profiles. I actually had a couple of train horns installed. And yes, if people have watched my odd streams before, I lost my concentration. In my streams, I don't know, at least a couple of nights ago, you'd have heard the train horns go off. And they were fucking loud for my headphones, considering they're 7.1 surround.
On the roundabout, I'll take the second exit.
So basically guys, I'm literally driving back towards the boat where we just literally started pulling out from, if you're wondering. Because I basically got to get back on there just to literally drive, or should I say literally get transported to Florida. I literally took a drive too soon. That was on my case. I do apologise for the error. But you've got to learn. The more times you play it, the better you're going to learn. But I'm running this tonight. Hopefully it'll be daytime by the time I hit Radiator Springs, so I can get a decent shot. Right, sorry about that guys. We can then go to Nassau, the Bahamas, and then arrive in FT Lauderdale, USA. That'll take another 5 hours off. So that's literally 15 hours already cut off, basically, and we've took two ferry trips already. Now that ain't too bad, because that means while I'm doing ferry trips, I can have a drink. Ugh. But yes, I'm sorry to say guys, I haven't been on properly in at least a couple of days, probably due to the fact I lost my beloved Spike. And if you're wondering who Spike is, it's my bearded dragon I've had just over 4.5 years. He had a poor bugger, basically. he basically had a prolapse. So I basically lost him and I had to have him put down at the vet. Yes, it was the first pet I've had to have put down, so it was hard on me. I just got back to the car. Obviously sat there with him for the last 20 minutes while they were preparing, just so I can say my goodbyes, and then I just basically cried.
In 0.1 miles,
Because that was hard. Because they're a family pet and you just get attached.
I'll turn left.
But I'll just have to live and bear it that I haven't got my buddy here anymore. He's now in heaven, so you may see a rest in peace Spike trailer travelling about in the simulator. If he does, it's done in memorial for him. As well as a few custom other trailers I've made for the game, and yes, we've just discovered FT Londonderry, USA. I think I went too high in gears. Yes, we did. So yes, guys, but yeah, I'm just trying my best and hardest not to do nothing. Oh shit, I was meant to keep to the speed limit. And obviously in front there is a trailer with my best mate on it, who I lost from college. If you're wondering who that is, if you can just about see, maybe on this trailer when it pulls off, you'll see it. See? The guy in the chair. Come on. I never driven this truck as stock. I've always driven it done up.
Turn left.
Just used to me getting used to these gears system, guys, because I'm normally used to like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, not the old system then 1. So if I do slip gears, I do apologise for that. It's a 40-mile-an-hour speed limit down here, just like I'm realising. Now I can push the higher gears.
In 0.1 miles, I'll turn right.
But yeah, again, we are now about to take a right.
I'll turn right.
And it's a 65-mile-an-hour speed limit along this highway. I'm on the highway to hell. Oh, look how bright them trailers are, mate. Gold Spider, I just saw you go past me. So we have 37 hours to get. Basically, before I go any further, guys, I just need to change the route. I go through this way. I go through Del Rio. Pensacola. Up to Mobile. Yes, I do own one. I own an iPhone. Laugh out loud. Gulfport. Through New Orleans. That will unlock that in Louisiana. Then through Lafayette. Straight down to Lake Charles. Through Houston. Through San Antonio. Or may go past it. But to be honest, I'm going to unlock it. So we've got somewhere in Texas unlocked. Then we will be going to El Paso. Going right up to Les Cruces. I believe that's how you pronounce that. San Simon. Through to Tuscan. Right up to Phoenix. Through Camp Verde. Then obviously to Seligman. And then right the way up to Kingman. Then obviously right the way into Radiator Springs. And then that'll be the stream done for tonight.
Alright, baby, start driving.
And then once I get to Radiator Springs, I can then take a screenshot. Because I must take a screenshot, it's my must thing to do tonight. I'm in hardest gear possible. Why am I trying to race through the gears when this is a stock engine? I won't get very fast, will I?
I'll turn left. In 0.1 miles, I'll turn right. I'll turn right. In 0.1 miles, I'll turn left.
Personally, guys, we're now hit Boca Raton. Or Raton.
I'll turn left.
So yes, and feel free to say hi, or how are you, or anything else if you do drop in the chat.
I'll turn right.
Right guys, so it's quite great. I'm now in gear 8H, which I believe it could be gear 12. It's just in the other format, which I don't get why they put it as 8H instead of the numbers. Or it could stand for gear 8 hard. I'm not sure exactly what the format is. But I will definitely do some research into that, because that'll be quite interesting. Because without that, I cannot navigate through my gears. We have got 526 scanners left out of 1,321. Now what I'm going to do is when I find the fuel station, I'm going to basically fill the truck all the way up. And then basically on this trip, I will never have to fill up again. Especially with that size tank, are you all complaining? No. Because the only time you'll have to take a rest is if you need to go and get food, drink, or go to the loo. Especially when runs like this can take quite a while with a stock truck. As well, I'm going to say this, guys. I started my profile when I built this up with $869. And we're on level 0 because we just started. Obviously we're not going to be level 1000. So basically tonight, doing this round or doing this route, it's about 42 hours, which is about 2,400 odd miles. We're going to see how much we rank up from level 0 now that I've changed the route. I may have made it longer, or I may have made it shorter. But what we'll do at some point is we'll do the same job again, leave it, do not change the route, and go the way they suggested, and see what happens. Anyway, if I knew how to pronounce your name, I'd thank you personally for follow. But yes, cheers for the follow. We are driving from Kingston in Jamaica to Radiator Springs, which, as we all know, I will say this once more because I have said it in many of my streams once before. If you have watched it or you haven't, Radiator Springs is the little city or state from the film Cars 1 and 2. It's an ATS map add-on, so I thought I'd add it in the game to make it look more interesting. So yeah, I do also have the realistic weather mod on by Cass. So yes, if it does thunder, rain, or do any kind of thing like to do with the weather in game, it may look more realistic. But yes, to run this MegaMap in general, I do have about 101 mods enabled. But for me, on my machine, with my performance settings, it runs perfectly smooth. We are talking performance settings, guys, if you want to know in case you ask. For motherboard, we are running an Asus Z390. Attached, we have 48 gig worth of DDR4. I am going to upgrade to 64 or even 128. We also have attached for graphics card the MSI NVIDIA 3060. On the side we do have attached a Blu-ray drive. You can all specify it would be a rewriter, but it's just the better one because it unlocks and it reads all the discs instead of just one specific format. So always get a copier, even though you probably won't use it for that function. What else? I do have many other games installed on this, but my favourite game at this precise minute is either ETS2 or American Truck Simulator. American Truck Simulator for my MegaMap, which I'm hauling on now, and the truck we are riding or hauling with is dead in the bottom left hand corner, sorry, which is called the Hater build right there, 379389. Which is an also similar build to the Peterbilt Viper 2 379/389. It's just this truck just sounds a lot more meaner and you can get a lot more lights, which is bloody good. And we are in a 70-mile-an-hour speed limit and we are struggling to even do 50 up this goddamn hill. But yes, some people find me funny, some people find me hilarious, some people find me goddamn boring. But obviously that's your own choice, that's your own opinions. Oh look, we have a pig on the back of the trailer. So yeah, where pig just went past us on wheels. Ha 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 ha. Yes, if I'm right, we should be going around Orlando and not through it. Any of the major cities like this, I would rather the game did not detect it, because with the Truckee app, if you do run it, once you've detected a city and you want to do more job runs to it, it'll basically disable you from doing it because you've already detected it once. I know it's a pain in the backside, but yes, it's just the way the program works. It's not my fault, it's the creators. They should think more and hence you do get streamers use it for single play like I'm doing, Truckers MP, which is the old version of multiplayer. Then you've got, since the 1.41 or 1.42 update, you do have the Convoy. I believe people have used it in Convoy, but I actually have never done a Convoy myself.
I'll keep left.
Because suffering, or should I say having a slight anxiety, or I get anxious sometimes easy. I'm literally too afraid to do Convoy on the stream and basically talk to the outside world. But talking to you lot, I don't know how I overcome my fear of that, I just did. But yes, sorry for giving you the life story. If I was boring you for that, I do apologise. But I was just literally filling in answers and questions. If people start questioning me, asking me why I haven't done convoys or multiplayer or stuff like that, now I've filled you in, you're all up to date. You can't do it on a steering wheel button compared to how quick you can do it on the keyboard. God, that normal horn sounds shit compared to... Right, we've got the weight distribution centre. It may ask me to literally weigh myself, because apparently sometimes the game will think you're too heavy. Not yourself, your truck, before you ask. If that was insane, I'm too heavy. See, exactly. Red, it's asking me to pull in. So the game is being annoying. It's asking me to brake my decent cruise speed. This asks me to break my decent cruise speed just to sit in here, just to basically go doing on the enter key, just so I can weigh myself. Oh look, stop at the scale icon, just weigh myself. I think I've played the game long enough, I do know that by now. Your vehicle gross rate is 84/289 IB, which I wish you can change it to stone. But it's because I can understand that more than I can anything else. But I will just literally park over here, guys. I will stop the truck, but not stop the engine, due to the fact I have had dental work done again, and my teeth are throbbing. So I shall be back in just a second. Guys, also a request from myself, as I am the owner of the VTC on the Truckee app. If you join it, could you please leave your name down in the chat on either Twitch, YouTube, and obviously just to say, hi Crazy Dead, Shane, or Crazy Dead in general. Either one, I don't mind if you call me Crazy Dead or you call me Crazy Dead Shane. Could you just leave a message down the chat box or the chat itself, just to say that you have joined my VTC and joined the Crazy Dead Shane gaming group on the Truckee VTC app. Cheers. All the best, ranking up the miles and helping me literally fulfill my VTC. Anyway, I'll be literally starting to drive again in just a hot few seconds or a few minutes, once I've had a quick drag on my vaporizer, because obviously sometimes taking in menthol is actually such another easy way to reduce teeth pain, or should I say any kind of pain in your gob. Sorry to be blunt, but it is. I just thought I'd let it out there. It's a secret I've learned. Such like also, you have a cold, you vape. The best thing for you lot to do and all. Do not take any kind of prescription drug or prescription based medicine or whatever from Boots, the pharmacy, or nothing. If you all own vaporizers, just please forbid it. Try exactly what I'm now about to tell you. drag a whole tank at once on menthol and then leave me a message online whether it cure your cold or whether you've still got it after about a couple of days. Trust me, it works. I've done it. I should know myself, but everybody is different. But I just thought I'd leave it out there what worked for myself. It may work for you, it may not. It's worth a shot. Hello guys and welcome back. We are now about to travel the rest of the way to Radiator Springs. Hopefully I will have no more stops apart from the odd loo break. And obviously the fuel break when I do get to a fuel station, of course, because I'm not going to survive 488 gallons for another 42 hours. And it would be lovely if I release the handbrake. And unhook the headphone wire from being around my gear flippers on my steering wheel. On my gear paddles, as they call. It's Thursday at 8:21, so I'm going to leave my high beams off for now so I can still see.
I continue straight.
What's the point of wasting lights if you can still see? Ask me that. Hi buddy, how are you today? I noticed you're watching on Facebook. We are driving from Kingston, Jamaica, all the way to Radiator Springs. Hope you enjoy the stream. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. The speed is locked to
I continue straight.
65 miles an hour. So yeah, Adi, Sabi, or Sabel, one of the two, how you pronounce it. Hello and how are you? That's if I did pronounce your name right. player, third person, however you pronounce your name. I would pronounce it, but I don't know how to literally say that. Reason being is when I get stuck on how to pronounce things, I try not to, because obviously my words do get stuck. So if you feel like I'm being rude, I'm technically not. I know, look, I'm now about to go past the kids trailer. Bye bye, kids. They do not realise that I've put them in the game. Just wait till they watch the stream. Even though they're not here. And yes, by the way, guys, talking about kids, you do know in the UK, in Norfolk, it is the kids' holiday. So tomorrow I will have the kids most of the weekend. So I will not probably be streaming during the day. It will be evening streams only. When it's back to Monday, it should be back to normal, where I'm streaming evenings, because yes, during the day I actually do go out. Outside of stream, I have definitely got a social life. But yes, you can always message me through the Facebook page if you have any questions. I'll always answer. My phone's always on, apart from 1900 GMT time, which is when, yes, I know you're all going to laugh when I say this next sentence, at 1900 till about 2100 I do spend watching the soaps, and my phone is normally on charge at that time, so yes, I do turn it completely off. After the hours of 2100, it is then completely switched back on. So that is the only time during the day I will not be available to take messages. But the scheduled timer on Facebook will be set up for that. So if I don't answer between the hours of 1900 and 2100, you I will know why. It's not because I'm ignoring you, it's because I'm watching the soaps. And not the ones that floats in the bath.
Right.
Yes, I swear it did say exit right, I just had to check. Oh look, that's basically on that trap road again. So basically what it tells me to do is I've lost the road. So basically what it tells me to do with this one, guys, don't ask me why it does it, it tells me to cross grass. Alright, that time went quick. That's now 7:41. But I'm actually quite happy, to be honest. Thank you, Truckee, for programming me. The trip we're taking from Kingston to Radiator Springs in the Hater-built Viper 379 to 389. It's the truck I want to snapshot right near Radiator Springs, and you've done me a favour, and oh shit, I'm going over the speed limit. Yep, we've just gone past Wolfie Den's gaming trailer. If you're watching this, Wolfie, if you wanted the mod for that, for your ATS, you're more than welcome to. All you got to do is ask. When I next do see you, I'll bring it round on a USB pen. as it's easier. Because I've uploaded mods onto my either Google Drive or OneDrive, and people have had trouble downloading it. I'm in the middle of refixing it all. But I'm actually going to move it all over to my OneDrive. Now I've got Premium on there, so it should all work. But yes, guys, I do apologise if the truck engine is a bit loud. But yes, I think I'll put in this view for a little while so you guys can see the scenery. It's probably not much to look at the minute, it's mainly just trees and grass and obviously either, for UK people they call it motorway. I believe the US people are calling them highways. But yes, until we start going through towns it will just be grass, trees and a highway with lines going down the centre to literally split the road in half. I'll just quickly check. Yes, we are going the right way, which is good. So yes guys, we have about 35 hours left and 22 minutes. But doing it at this current speed, I do not know how long it will take us in real time. What I will do is push the centre of my Facebook screen and it will tell me. Like I always say guys, you may see some swaying all over the roads, but it's practice make perfect. I don't normally drive in this view. I normally drive it in cockpit view, which is free view I believe, or free, I think it is called, what's it called? Free eye or something on the lines of that. So I thought I'd just shell the truck off and the trailer off for once. Oh look, does anyone want a Kit Kat? Do you want a break? Well, just hit the pause button if you do. But yes, I believe we are following the Kit Kat, which is normal for this, because they make me follow food trucks, and while I'm driving, they make me bloody hungry. But yes guys, if I do a serious amount of jobs on this, basically with quick jobs, and you see me stop the game, it's not because I've finished streaming, it is because I've got to literally quit the game to then load the next job up, basically. But maybe at some point during the weekend I'll be doing a long stream with literally load of jobs in. So yes, it would be great. If anybody also do like my driving, let me know how it's going in the chat box, will you? Obviously, once I do get further down into the game and I do have enough money to buy a truck outright, I will be buying the Haterbilt Viper 379/389, the truck I'm driving now. So if I do take a screenshot of this with the trailer enabled on the back, and also one at some point without a trailer, or with my company trailer skin, I will be also grateful, because at least I've done it on a quick job. I've also done it with my own trailer, and I could take a picture of just the truck sitting by the Radiator Spring sign. Yeah, it is Radiator Springs. Yeah, I couldn't remember what I was thinking about. Yeah, it's Radiator Springs. If I do it with all three, it says, oh look, I've done it on a job, I've done it solo, and I've got my own trailer on the back. But we are running. I'll just push F5 for that and see what else it is. Actually, I can't yet. But when I get close enough to it, I will. It might seem slow that I'm moving on the map. It's just that I've got it like this. If anybody asks me what city I'm coming up to, I can actually say so. But yes, when I do literally pimp this truck up, guys, I have got a mod to enable a 10,000 horsepower. But this time, using the game, I'm not going to use all that horsepower. The most I'll probably go up to, just in case I'm hauling heavy loads, is about an 840 chipped turbo engine for the truck. But yes, I won't be going up to 10,000 because I was a bit over the top and extraordinary. When I do buy my truck, I might put my own skin on it, or I might put the Pixar's car skin on it, so you'll see the Mac truck done up, or you can see mine, or I might literally say if I can get one done with both. So when I'm going to do a Radiator Springs run, I can take the one with Mac out. And then when I'm doing another run, I can do it with the.
Continue straight.
I can do it with my original skin. If that all makes sense. Pensacola has been discovered, guys. That's better, sorry guys, it's just that when I was literally keeping an eye on the chat on the Facebook stream via my iPhone, the stream actually did kind of stop. But I don't know if that was something my end or the iPhone itself. It's just the overlay in OBS is literally assigned to my Twitch. And then obviously, yes, I can then view my chat on my iPhone, Facebook. If Restream would work properly, I would have used it so I can get all the chat on the screen at once. But yes, it's been kind of gay where I would start a stream, excuse the French. Basically I'd start a stream about 15-20 minutes into it. Facebook will just decide to think, you're not streaming tonight. I'll just basically think, you're not streaming me, I'm going to cut you off.
Well, keep right. You're looking good. I bet things keep right.
We have discovered a mobile. What was it, a Nokia 3310?
Keep right.
Hopefully on this piece of road somewhere, guys, there should be a gas station. But I will just have a quick look as I may be able to see it on the map sooner or later. I would believe so, straight ahead, and otherwise I'd go straight down, back up onto the main road, hence why I didn't take the slip road. Please pull in for weight inspection. 1, so we can check your weight, and 2, so we can spoil your cruise speed. It's annoying. Yes, we shall pull in to shut you up. sorry if I overrevved it, guys. If it would have been a race game like Need for Speed, one of the old ones, the car would have blown up by now. We are now going to stop. Currently like so. I keep forgetting I've got my left paddle set as the active button. It's just that before I set it, I was used to reaching over to the enter key and pressing it. So if I do that, it'll just take me a while for it to sink in. Anyway, we'll hopefully find this gas station sooner or later, and we will be discovering Gulfport soon. We have still got 1,800 miles to go yet. Which, how far down the map are we already? Oh. We maybe on the next junction be at a gas station, or very soon, to be honest. Yes, we are. I will pull into Gulfport and fill up just in case. Even though I didn't really want to do it, but if I don't do it, it could be a while until I'm out of fuel. And yes, we could technically be in trouble. If I'm clever enough, I can pull in this station, and then I wouldn't have to worry about discovering the town or state. Yes, we have got back. 500. So we are filling up with gas, and a full tank is going to hold. I should soon tell you exactly when it stops. As you have now seen it for your own eyes, guys, I still got my finger on the trigger, and it says the fuel tank is full and it holds 937 gallons, 0.98. And now we roughly have a full tank of diesel. Now let's see how many times I have to stop for fuel. Now, before I go anywhere, I'm going to take another vape stop. Oh, look, Rockstar just went past. I'll put us in this view while I'm in neutral. So yes, I should take another quick vape stop, and then also we should be going on our way. Yes, it may look very close, I'm literally at the road, but I'm technically not. It's because it's a big truck, and I'm like this. Anyway, I shall see you in a few minutes, guys. To be honest, I might actually stop the engine, because now it will actually save fuel. Keeping on my chocolate mint because it's got some menthol in it. From what I know, it's actually this here, which I am vaping on. It's got a hint of cold menthol, so it's doing my favourite and bullshit. It's kind of disrupted the live. Right guys, when I was starting again and pulling out, and hopefully I won't get hit. Which, congratulations to me, I did not.
I'll keep right. You're looking good. And then I'll turn right.
But yes, we did briefly stop guys, because as you need, I was in desperate need for gas / diesel.
I'll turn right.
Oh look, hello Spike. I hope you rest in peace, buddy. The trailer that just went past, guys, what you just saw, is my bearded dragon's trailer, who recently just passed away due to the fact he had a prolapse, poor little shit. The night before, I check him, perfectly fine. I always get in by 2300 GMT. Right, his tank off at 2400 000. Basically 12 o'clock AM. Basically got up the next morning. It looked like, how do I put this without being too gross? Basically, you know how you get when a pocket split open on a fleece? It just looked like that from his tail area. So the poor shit had to be rushed to the vet, and obviously they couldn't operate on him because so many complications. It was just easy to have him put down. So yes, if I haven't been concentrating properly on my previous streams, if you've watched, I do apologise for that. It's just I've had a hard few days. Because I'm used to waking up and seeing his tank lights on and cheering up and chatting to Spike for a little while before I get up to start my day. Because it felt like he was always looking at me, paying attention, he was listening, you get the drift. When you've hardly had nobody to speak to about your problems. He sat there, he looked at me, he paid attention, he listened. And what a surprise, it's now fucking raining. Yes, we shouldn't need no more fuel until at least we get to Radiator Springs, or probably not even at all now. New Orleans is straight ahead. Everywhere we do stop, I will be buying garages when I'm not online at the current locations, so then I can get more AI trucks in, so when I do start finding job recruitment officers I can start hiring drivers, because I've already got 5 filled up in, I've got I think 3 in Los Angeles, 2 in Las Vegas for now. I'll possibly might put 4 in Radiator Springs, because you can't use that as a headquarters for some reason. And obviously keep 1 spare in case I stop there when I do get my truck. In case I'm doing runs and I want to start from that town and then pull from Radiator Springs to God knows where. Depends what I plan to do and where to pull. At least I can spawn to a garage and then leave my truck there. You know how it works. It saves you travelling all the way from Jamaica every time. At least you can start in different parts of the map. But if you do have the AI drivers, at least they do pull income into your business on the game. And it's getting very foggy. And yes, I know what you're thinking, it looks bloody realistic. Wow, it's thunderstorming. We are driving in thunder.
Thanks, correct.
Whoops, I didn't mean to do that, and again.
Thanks, correct.
Why are you telling me to take this way? Where are we going? everywhere I've marked. Ow. See, and it's just told me to U-turn. This map is fucked in a way. So I'm going to basically do a legal U-turn, guys, just to shut this up. Because if not, I think, turn left, do a U-turn, turn this, turn right.
I'll keep right. You're looking good. I think things are right.
And then we should be going back on track. Which we are.
Things are right.
Which I have no idea why I've done that. It just, I don't know. It's weird.
I'll keep left.
So yes guys, we are currently travelling 65 mile an hour out of 75 and we've just discovered Baton Rogue. The truck only goes about 65 tops at stock, but you can all obviously guess that from a stock truck. Yes, I will be sticking a chipped tuned engine in this later on when I do get further down into my progress in my career. And yes, it will be going a bit faster, so I can actually get up to the speed limits because I'm running like a slow old granny. But then yet again, I don't mind literally going this fast because at least you can literally take in the scenery. If I push this, so yeah, you can literally just look about at all the scenery while you're driving. Just to see what it actually does look like around the states and which parts in the different states you are in of the US. Mississippi River, we're now crossing over, guys. And obviously there's AI traffic which haven't got no patience and they're overtaking me. And yes, where those dudes built up textures and graphics, you may get the game stutter a bit, which you probably just saw. Hello kids. You're going the other way and yes, you weren't stalking me. My daughter and my niece on that trailer are going the opposite way from me in the other lane. So they're not stalking me around the simulator, are they? Ha 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 ha. So yes, I will laugh at that.
continue straight.
Good job I dodged him. I am on 6% of damage, which isn't too bad. There's 3 on the cabin and 3 on the trailer itself, and I believe nothing on the cargo, so that's fine. As long as the cargo don't get damaged, that's all that matters personally to me, because yes, if that get damaged, you do lose profit. But as it is now starting to get dark, guys, I will literally have you in view of the cockpit. When it lightens up again, yes, I will obviously take you back out. The view outside the back, the view that sets you outside of the truck. But yes, maybe once I do get some more of a cash flow behind me and do some more saving, I will get the IR tracker for this again. What that basically does is, which I've seen other streamers that I do support and follow, basically you move your head left and right, up and down, that'll basically use the camera and it will follow you around the cab, so that I look more realistic, like you're literally driving a real truck. It looks awesome, don't get me wrong, but because I haven't used it myself in person, I can't physically say until I've actually got the product myself. If anybody would like to donate towards the channel to help me save up to get that, that's more than they can start from like 5 Great British pounds or go upwards. It's entirely up to you if you all want to donate. For the Twitch people, if they go down my about and you click on the donate button, the page will come straight up for you to donate to. And hello on Facebook. We have 1,567 miles left on the clock, which is 26 hours and 29 minutes left in job time. Because I'm constantly running this and take no stops, it should get done quicker. Oh look, up come Lake Charles. So we are actually driving this quicker than we think. Because if I do look here and then zoom out, we are nearly close going through to Houston, Texas. So if I just take that out, click on the garage just so we highlight this, that'll take us through Houston, Texas, back out onto that, and then basically that'll then say I've discovered it, because I want the capital of Texas unlocked on my map. But yes guys, I do literally cross-examine the map about 2 or 3 times, sometimes before I start, because if I do actually rearrange the route, it can be done a lot quicker than you think. It's just the computer trying to program it. I think, oh look at me, I'm the PC, I'm the AI in the game, I'm going to take you the longest route bloody possible, when if you're clever enough, you can actually program it, reroute the programming of the AI and basically program it yourself and shrink it. Because originally this route I was going to take was about 3,600 miles, going 4,000, and I managed to shrink it down to 2,400 to 2.5, basically 2,500. So I soon proves, if you do cross-examine the map 2 or 3 times before you do pull off, that you can literally shrink the route down by 3/4 of the length. It's called using common sense and using your brain. When our streamers do have one, sometimes yes, you go blank and think I'm just going to gun for it and go straight down the route that sets you, or you're going to be smart and out try and beat the computer and reroute it yourself. But doing this, it's now 2:51 AM GMT time, and by now I probably wouldn't even be in Chicago, or I'd probably be just passing Chicago. So I'm taking this route to see exactly what the time lapse will be, because I'll be doing the same destinations, going down a different route when I do get my truck all bought, trailer on the lot, so I can do the Route 66 one day when I'm in for a full weekend. And basically, what's the word? Stick a stopwatch up there in probably the left or right hand corner with the clock on, and then basically, yeah, think, alright, screw you lot, I'll do it from blank, I'll do it the route I'm taking now, then I'll do another run, the other route, both with stopwatches enabled, do it where I'm taking no stops, and then basically see which route is the quickest. But this is where I've got to go for a whole day, either without drinking and very much eating required. But yes, it is a challenge. I'm going to try and beat the game. And then see which will take the longest. It sounds like a fair fight. So yes, it's going to be fun to try and outsmart the PC that it is. And plus, the only other reason why I did outrun it and could turn this way off is because I do not want to go from Chicago through the normal route we would take, because that is also classed, most of it, as the legendary Route 66 in the United States of America, because I do want to keep that for a separate stream. Basically, the plan with that is to also do another job session and run the Route 66 with my own truck, which I'll possibly do in the next stream at some point. Possibly tomorrow. Possibly tomorrow night. I might literally have a truck built by then. Possibly the Hater built Viper 2 379 389 with the Pix's car skin on it and the trailer, of course. So it looks like I will be pulling the car Lightning McQueen around of the US, and then obviously haul it all the way from Chicago through the Route 66, of course, and then obviously all the way to Radiator Springs. Then once I've done that, I'll add another couple of jobs in from there, and then afterwards, well, that'll be the Route 66 job done. Then reset my profile once again, and then obviously build my profile up once again, and then afterwards I will keep my profile as normal.
Looking good. And then things great.
Unless it does let me keep programming the same one,
right.
and we are now arriving at Houston, guys. But, well, this is what I would say to you, right? As a word of advice, if you do have a large MegaMap like myself, get the map set up, choose your destination where you want to drive, do the standard job you would normally drive to literally get the profile set up, and before you do anything, quit the game, obviously once you know it's running, and if you have the application called WinRAR on your PC, and your profile is a local profile, not a Steam Cloud profile, back the profile up as a WinRAR archive. And then you can basically just, if the profile do work from the start and it does corrupt, at least you can resume your profile without trying to figure out where will this mod go and this mod go and that mod go, just to get the map up and running, where you can just delete your profile, open the WinRAR program and just re-extract your file how you left it. And Paul R.A.J. Subban, cheers for the like on Facebook, much appreciated. It's up to you if you follow. If you do, you'll be welcome to the Crazy Dead Train gaming family. As you've just tuned into the stream, we are driving from Jamaica all the way up to Radiator Springs, and we are now passing from Houston, Texas. And we have 24 hours left on the clock. As you can see, Houston has now literally came up on the map.
I'll keep right. You're looking good. I think so. Right. Thanks. Right. I'll keep right. You're looking good. And then I'll turn right. I'll turn right. Endpoint 1 miles. I'll turn right.
I wasn't about to turn right. What's it done? Oh, it's just gone to Houston. It's just taking the next exit. It's just taking the next exit. That's fine by me then. But what I'll do instead is I'll spin it round once I go past this question mark, just in case it's a truck dealership, is why I always look at the question marks, guys. Because normally, when you are doing quick jobs, if you do not find a question mark, which is a truck dealer, oh look, guess what? There's one thing wrong with that. You cannot buy a truck.
Endpoint 1 miles. I'll turn right.
And also, guys, another question for you guys.
I'll turn right.
I have just discovered a recruitment agency this time. So basically, reason being with that also is if you do not discover any recruitment agencies and you play the game like I'm going to, through the
I'll turn right.
basically, if you do not play it like I'm going to do, like through career mode, and you're just messing about and just driving, you cannot recruit other drivers for your game because it'll say you haven't detected any job or job centres, job recruitment agencies, offices, job centres. Basically, that's how the game works. But anyway, wow, I've got 4 watchers on Facebook. Let me know who you all are. Drop a comment in the chat box. I know I'm just talking basically how the game works, just in case some of you are new and do not know how American Truck Simulator works.
I'll continue straight.
I've just filled you in. But yes, the map I'm running is not the original map. It's made of about 100 mods. Shit, where am I going? I am definitely going the wrong way. I should have continued straight. That is the first time I've fucked up. Am I on the wrong side of the road or something? Oh shit, yes I am and all. Come on, Crazy Dead, what were you doing? You're doing so well. Ah, there's next there's a junction here where I can just take the legal turn and get on the right side of the road. None of you guys saw that. But now we're on the right side of the road. We're not going to get hit by no oncoming traffic. None of you guys saw that, trust me. Nine times out of 10, guys, I will say this because I've started playing on Truckers MP. I'm normally used to seeing live players obviously driving about, because if you live in the UK, sometimes you lose concentration which side of the road you're on. I'm walking in Memphis. Hey, UPS, don't you dare. Thank you. Come on, go up the hill. Don't struggle. You're not a freewheeler, you're a bloody truck.
I'll keep left.
Right, we're literally now out on the way and we're just gone through Houston, Texas, guys. Goodbye Houston for now. It was a lovely cutting through the main capital of Texas, I believe. Or one of the biggest states. It's either the capital of Houston or it's one of the biggest states. If I knew, I would have corrected myself and said, but I believe either one of the people I know has told me it's one of the biggest states or it's the capital. I'm not rinsing through gears to try and race it with cargo on my back. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. That's just I like going fast because I want to try and beat time. We are sitting at 65 and we are going to leave it there. Obviously guys, we are at Houston. We're now going to pass and the next town we are going to pass is San Antonio. Then we'll be going up to El Paso. right through San Simon, all the way down to Surya Vista, right the way up to Phoenix, through Camp Verde, all the way up past Seligman, then through Kingman, all the way up to Radiator Springs. So we have done basically so far. We started basically down here, we went to there, through the Bahamas. Obviously we travelled most of this. Obviously, yes, if we'd have gone through this way here, where is it? If I can tell you exactly where it is. St. Louis, somewhere up here, I believe. Indianapolis, somewhere around this area, Chicago. We go through there, Lewis. Then you go through to... where is it? Springfield. Then you would go back up to where it says... Joplin. Then up to where it says... Jose. Cheers for the like, buddy. And yeah, so I was getting to, we're going to go through Joplin at one other point. And we will go right up to Tulsa. It's somewhere. Oh, yes, it's here. Then we'll go back down here, down to Oklahoma City. Then we'll be going through, I would believe, it's from Oklahoma down to Amarillo. Up to excuse me, not so loud. From Amarillo up to Tucumcari. Then we will travel up to Santa Fe, down to Albuquerque, down to Gallup, through Holbrook, into Flagstaff. Sometimes I will go round the Grand Canyon to give a tour of that. Back out, through to Flagstaff, which is around Kingman somewhere. I will then go through Radiator Springs. Obviously, that's just an add-on from the Cars movie. Then you will go down to where it says Barstow. Then I'll go through to Palm Springs because that's closer than going from there to Las Vegas and... No, Los Angeles, sorry. Then up to Vegas, then back down to Palm Springs, to be honest. Because personally, if you all had brains and looked at this map, you'd go from... Not saying you all... how do I put this? Not saying you would also think the same as me. You're going through Barstow, down to Los Angeles... Or Barstow to Palm Springs, then Los Angeles, then back up to Vegas afterwards, and then you end it there. Because in that way, you have technically done the Route 66, because that's going to literally end up facing that order anyway. But that's my current version, because in that way you've still done it. And then it will be marked on your profile. But to do that, the easiest way to do it is if you do play the game like I do, use a app called Truckee, or Truckee app. Use the dispatcher section, program the jobs in, start from where you're beginning. So for my place, it'll be called Kingston in Jamaica. I would then take the job right up there. I shall take the job right up from there to Chicago. I will then go from Chicago, then start the Route 66 that way. Then afterwards, I will be going right from through there down to the destinations I just basically said. I'd go through it that way because, as we were then saying, it would look a lot easier and make a lot more sense than just to go from Vegas or Los Angeles up to Las Vegas, then back down to Palm Springs. Well, that's easier to come out of Barstow to either go to Palm Springs, Los Angeles, then Vegas, to be honest. That's how I would see it. Obviously, when you lot was looking at the map with me going through it, you'd probably think the same thing if you're doing it through the simulator. But if you're doing it real life from the routeway, you would finish up in the second from finish will be going from Angeles to Vegas, then from Vegas to basically Palm Springs, which I personally went the other way. I just said after you look at the map on the simulator is kind of easier, because it saves you going from one end of the state, such like Vegas, then travelling back down just to get to Palm Springs, even though one day I will do it that way. Just so I've done it my way, and I've done it legit. That way, obviously, people cannot say, oh yes, if you're doing the Route 66, you are following the wrong route because it's going from this and such. Because I'm then going to do it on the map when it's blank, so you guys can then basically see, oh yes, in a way I can see where he's coming from, it's easier. It saves you travelling back and forth like a donut. And yes, I am sorry the game just started. It's because of graphic wise, there's too much textures being built up. As I did repeat earlier, if you guys have just tuned in, this game is running about 100 mods just to get this map mod working. Oh look, we are going now downhill, so we'll get some speed. So I can now lock the cruise control back in at 70. And then that'll just sit there at 70. Or maybe might slow down to 65, but that is locked at 70. But yes guys, if I do routes like this, I sometimes do use cruise control, because that way I'm not putting my feet on the pedals, I'm not gear sticking. Obviously if I'm sticking out the routes underneath, I'm not literally then going to break speed limits. Then I've got more concentration to then, while I'm answering people in chats, I can then look obviously and read messages, then reply to you guys by talking to you and not doing like 1,000 things at once. So yes, if you see me obviously with the cruise control on, it's not me being lazy, it's just called making things a lot easier while I'm just basically replying to you guys. But as this first route, I am basically going to use the cruise control and set it at all the speed limits, so I can basically go and time myself, since I've been started streaming, to see how long it does actually take me to then run this map, so it's like a stopwatch, so then I can tell you. I have been on here so far for 2 hours and 7. And we've only just reached San Antonio in Texas. But once I do after today, where we've got to, I'll basically be resetting my profile and basically be doing the other way at some point, and then I'll jot down obviously which way was the quickest. And yes, in the second stream I will be getting my own truck and running this, instead of basically instead of doing it in a quick job, I'll do it straight in a normal job and then run it at the same settings, stock truck the lot. Obviously, yeah, can't go no faster than 65, all the same, so I'm not cheating my own system, and I'm not using no longer in speed. The only difference is I have my own skins on, I'll have all my own horns on. The only thing I won't touch is performance side. I'll make it look snazzy. And then basically, yeah. The only difference is on this truck, you'll basically see my own truck board. You'll see the Pixar's Max skin from the film Cars 1 and 2. And also Remish Chandra,
I continue straight.
Shrivas, Dava, cheers for the like. But we are now going to go cut through San Antonio. So we are still cutting through Texas. So yeah, we've got to be careful that there's no wild snakes. So I don't want to get bit on the leg while I'm driving, do I? Obviously, yes, you've got to laugh at that comment. It would be kind of funny if we actually saw a snake slither across the motorway and I actually crushed it with a truck. In game, yes, it would be funny, but in real life, yes, it'll be literally terrifying. It'll be kind of horrifying because I actually just crushed an animal. And personally, to me, I love animals. Physically, I wouldn't do nothing to hurt them. Yes, you go and say stuff, you tell your cats and dogs off if they do not shut up while you're watching TV and you can't hear nothing. But that's animals for you. But apart from that, I would never hurt a single animal. Wolfie Den's truck just went past again. That's another streamer I do follow. I've only seen my Bearded Dragon's trailer go past once, unless it's now to go past again. Yes, it has. Hello, Spike. You may have saw it, guys. It's just that it's dark and you probably wouldn't see as many. And that car is so unimpatient that it's put its foot down and overtook me. And now look, he weaved into the other lane. Anyone with a bag of walkers, I'll go and pinch one. I'll go and pinch a couple of packs off that trailer, shall I? The most I will do tonight, guys, is because you've all probably heard of Streamlabs. It's a program you can use to stream on. The first link I ever set in the chat box is my VTC to the Truckee app program. I will learn how to program that as a command, so when someone go hashtag VTC, that will always bring up the link to that. I haven't then got to keep copying and pasting it. People can then, I can just let them, if they ask me what's your VTC link, I can then tell them to like whack hashtag then VTC, that will then come up. I can then go hashtag ATS/ETS, then that'll bring up my OneDrive link to my mods, and personalised, and obviously profiles made for the public, not my personal profile. But if I get enough people in the public to say if they do own this game and they want the MegaMap and where they do want the profile to start, I will set it to that location. If not, if I don't get any people hardly write down the chat where they want it to start from for the public, I'll set it at a random destination. But yeah, that's the rules with that one. But yes, I will be looking into the chat commands with Streamlabs soon, in the next day or so, to get them set up. So then that way, hopefully, because that's linked to YouTube and Facebook, the chat command should work on all. I don't know if that's going to work, but we'll just soon test it. I'll get one of my viewers that do watch me to literally go hashtag VTC when that is uploaded and see if it does work. And yes, I better take my vape fluid off the top of my PC before my VAD do warm that up, because that will probably be disgusting. as everyone in my household is asleep and it's only me up this time of morning, I can actually vape without the window open. You guys obviously will probably say this and think this in your head right about now, but you probably wouldn't even want to say it in case of the stream chat, because you don't want to literally either offend me or break my feelings or make me sad. That you're probably finding my driving very boring because you look like a straight line. But I'm doing this massive route just to see if I can beat the time limit, because I've reprogrammed the job compared to what the computer would have picked me to drive, and then I'm going to run it again via the computer route and see what's quicker, and then see what happens and see whose is a quicker route, mine or the PC's. Because if it comes out that mine is the quickest, then I will always program the routes once the jobs have been started. Or if it comes out that the PC is quicker and the automatic program route is faster, then I shall leave it alone. I've just done this one as an experiment, and to build my experience points up. So we are, last time I looked, the percentage has gone up from 3 to 4, which I guess is not too bad. But when it goes up, it doesn't tell me, I have to guess. But yes, it's at 4% winner going past Del Rio in between and just gone through San Antonio. So we shouldn't have too much longer now. We've got 17 hours left at 65 mile an hour. We'll see exactly how long it takes. It says 3:23.
A continuous script.
I'm not probably going to watch a movie tonight, which I normally do when I come off this before I do actually go to sleep. Because obviously, yes, I can't shut down probably straight away. So yes, I will go and watch a movie and post it up on Facebook and the pages what movie I'm watching in case everybody want to ask. Last night it was Sonic the Hedgehog. After the other week I did see Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Sorry you lot in the US, you have to wait a bit longer, but I will say this. Without spoiling it, I'm not going to say exactly what happened. It's hilarious, and I would advise you all to see it if you've seen the first one. If you want to see it and haven't watched the first one, please, whatever you do, watch the first one first. That's all I'm going to say for you. It would make sense and all how you literally watch the first one first, because then when you come to watch the second, you'll then understand the storyline, even though you know it's about a bloody blue hedgehog that can run about 300 mile an hour. The reason how I know that is because you try and outrun a speed gun on the first one. If you've all seen the first one, sorry if some of you guys that haven't, but that bit was funny. And that was basically the start of the movie before the title credit come up saying Sonic the Hedgehog. So it wasn't really a spoiler alert, because I didn't actually describe anything that happens after the main movie title comes up on the screen. But anyway, drop your comments in the chat for the people that have seen Sonic the Hedgehog 1 and 2, and let me know if you found the first one or the second one funnier. I'd like to know your opinions. Or if you haven't even seen it yet, let me know either. But I just thought I'd get people's views of what they thought of both the films, or which one was the best out of the two of them. But yes, I just noticed 2 people just dropped from my Facebook. Sorry guys, I was only asking what your views were. Just to try and get conversation going with my viewers, subscribers, followers. Hi guys, you're back on Facebook. If you didn't catch all that because maybe your internet dropped, I was just basically talking about Sonic the Hedgehog 1 and 2. If you've seen them both, let me know which film out of the 2 of them you enjoyed, the first one or the second or both, which one you thought was better than the other, or if you haven't seen it or even seen any of them, let me know. But for me, I've seen both of them because we all know who played the villain in this. I ain't gotta say it. If you've read and done your research, we all know it's Jim Carrey. And if you remember the days where the mask was actually created, that was hilarious. Then you've got Liar Liar. What else we got? Yes Man. Bruce Almighty. Another hilarious film. I'm trying to think. Oh, was it Ace Ventura? Ace Ventura, that's another funny film. I believe we've got 1, 2 and 3 with that, or maybe that's just 1 and 2, one of the ones. But the one Liar Liar is when he goes to court now, that's hilarious. Believe me, but the funniest film of all time, out of all the classics, with Jim Carrey, has got to be The Mask. And I'm all about old school classics, The Mask. Second from beating that has got to be Bruce Almighty, which actually reminds me I might watch that film over the weekend. So if you all see a post that I'm watching Bruce Almighty, you all know what I'm watching. But I'll probably watch a Jim Carrey film over the weekend, but I'll keep you all posted which one it will be. Because yes, I can't be doing too much streaming during the day of the weekend because yes, it's the kids' holiday, and yes, I've got to play Daddy and Uncle Day. The bloody joy of that. I'm streaming till the early hours in the morning and I've probably got to be up by 11. This is so far that my folks have found out. Normally she should be here by 11, but that could change. And Ali Gons, thank you for sharing the stream. Yes, Ali Gons, if you are here, please give me your views on what you thought of Sonic the Hedgehog 1 and 2, if you have seen the film. If you haven't, before you even think about seeing Sonic the Hedgehog 2, if you do live in the UK, please watch Sonic the Hedgehog 1 before you think about seeing the second, because as you would probably guess, also it's best to follow the storyline from the first films and then jump into the second, because at the start that basically rewinds you to how it left the end of the first. That's all I am gonna say. So I haven't spoiled it for nobody that's watching. I'm just gonna say it does rewind yourself to the end of the first one before the second film do start, in case anybody do forget they can catch up. And that's not me being nasty and spoiling it, that's just me literally telling the truth. Wow, we have 912 miles left. I personally think that I'll be done just after 4 o'clock. Because we are now, well, halfway to El Paso. Which I should have done and started this stream a lot earlier than what I thought. Now, if I'd have done this with a tuned truck, we are talking 180 mile an hour tops in 10th gear out of 12th. I would have had this same job done by now. But because I'm using this stock and doing it professionally and not messing about, I'm doing this on a timer. In case you wondered why I was going a bit slower than what the speed limiter actually says, it's because this truck will only go 65 at tops. Unless you're going down the hill, then you'll get 70. But yes, we still have about 1,133 gallons worth of fuel in this truck, so we haven't got to stop for fuel for a long time, even though the fuel station is, we just gone past it, which is great. So basically what this is saying is it's now Thursday and we should be there by 8:31 PM. But I've got a funny feeling that we are going to beat the clock. Because if you think about it personally, I've driven through the night. But yeah, again, I could be wrong. It could be dead right. Let me know in the chat, guys. The 4 of you on Facebook, and the let's just see, the 1 of you on Twitch. What time you reckon that I'll be there? Considering the clock says 860 miles. We've got 14 hours and the goal time is 8:29 PM. Let me know if you think I'm at coming up to El Paso and I've got to get to Radiator Springs. Let me know what time you think I should be there. Either 8:30, 8:29 at night or before. Take a guess. You've just seen the distance, how long I got left. I'm going 65 mile an hour. So I'm technically going 10 mile an hour under the speed limit because the truck will only max out at 65.
See, I'll max out at 65.
I'm laughing with you guys, I only squeeze my nose just so I make myself talk like that.
See, I can't do it without it. Maybe I can, can't I?
But yes, I will also be getting the voice mod soon, so I can then talk like I fell down a well. I can talk when I'm doing funny voices. I can talk like a zombie. I can talk like a killer clown if I'm in a player suit on COD as a clown. I can scare everyone through the microphone. But that'll be for a different kind of time. But yes, you do have to buy the add-ons to get them. But yes, it will be fun. Because I have got the Corsair K55, I believe, RGB keyboard, which has got the buttons, as I quote, down the side, which are classed as macro keys, G1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So if I press G1, it will bring up my starting screen. G2 will bring up the live screen. G3 will bring up the be right back screen. G4 will start stream, and G5 will record to the hard drive. Say if like I'm doing route races like this, I can record it to the hard drive. And then if I'm offline, I can then do the same thing and then add tunes in it. So I don't have to literally sit here listening to a truck engine for 4 hours. I can have some tunes down my luggage so I can be dancing away while I'm driving. If I was allowed to do that and not get done for DMC copyright. or told off, without kind of using any funny words. I'd quite happily play music for you guys. But if you are watching this via my Twitch stream channel, which is Crazy Dead SG, you can go into my chat on the right hand side where it says chat. In the same column you'll see a blue/purpley icon, depends if you are unfortunately colourblind, because some people it does come up in different colours. You can press that, that'll open my soundboard, and then you can send funny sound clips through my stream. If you give me a second, I will exactly show you an example. So yes, if you give me a second, I will try not to go too far off the road. But I am just going to show you the example, but I've got to be on the stream on my Twitch stream to show you. So I've loaded up my stream, right? If I was a viewer, I'd press the purple icon, then I can pick a sound such like this, right? I'll play my favourite.
You got Jamacia. You got Jamacia. You got Jamacia.
Which is, that sound is from my soundboard, which is technically played through Twitch. Or I could go this far in, sorry for the swear words. I know it's now about to take the piss out of the kids' films, but as long as I can find it, I'll show you. Give me a second, guys. I'm just trying to drive here and also look for it. 3, 2, 1, and...
Fuck it all, don't give a shit anymore. Fuck it all, flip the table, screw you all.
Basically that. They are two example sounds that you can play off my soundboard if you were literally viewing this through Twitch. I wish they would incorporate this plugin into either YouTube and Facebook, so it's universal, so everybody who's viewing me can play them sounds. But obviously Facebook and YouTube hasn't gone as far as Twitch with plugins/extensions. I will say that personally, Twitch are winning due to the fact they have got the Twitch extensions, and I personally reckon it's more ways for the viewer like yourself to basically how do you put it, interact with the streamer. And yes, you just saw another truck go past, which is this Crazy Dead Chain Gaming, doing the Route 66. I know on that truck template the writing was upside down. It was just my first template, and obviously, yeah, it was just a rough one just to see if they worked. But yes, I need to look and figure out how to flip the right way round, because the rest was all right. But yeah, don't quote me on it. That was normally just a test plate, just to make sure it worked. But them sounds you heard once before are literally two sample sounds that you heard off my Twitch board, which is hilarious. Especially Debate, that's one of my favourite ones that I like being played through the stream. Guys, on Facebook, if you're still watching me, please subscribe to my Twitch channel if you have Twitch yourself. The Twitch name, as you would probably not see in the chat, is Crazy Dead SG. I couldn't have Crazy Dead Shane Game because the channel name was already taken place, because one of my old Twitch accounts used to have the full channel name, but you can't use it twice. So that's why it's been shortened down to Crazy Dead SG. But if you think about it, it still says Crazy Dead Shane Game, and it's just the last 2 letters have changed. Oh look, there goes my mate on the side of that trailer. Hey, you cheeky fuck, you overtook me. But yes, we are now travelling towards Santa Teresa. Hello, Lady Gabster, you now overtaking me and all, are you? And that came out rather well on top, so now I know exactly how to do truck skins with the roof enabled. Basically what I mean, guys, is when you build a truck skin, you have to use paint. Personally, I use this because this is the free software. You can use any photo software like Photoshop, Corel, Adobe Photoshop. I personally use paint.net because it's free, it's simple, and for truck skinning, like say like the trucks itself, the traffic trailers which you just saw me go past, and also anything else to do with trucks, I personally use paint.net. I also have simple chroma key, which that does is I can have a photo taken of myself for like thumbnails. Basically, right with that, you can use the magic wand, delete the background, and then you can plonk yourself anywhere in the world. So it's like, this is a true story for you, right? And this one will make you laugh. Let me just remember how this just goes before I do actually say and get it wrong. One of my mates, obviously just went past on the trailer, Beetle, Deadshot Gaming. Basically, this was funny. He went on the internet. He got a live photo of, or live video feed of the beach where he used to live in Portugal, or where he was basically originated from.
I'll keep playing.
He put it on his stream for a joke. His mother saw it, despite the names of the mother, for obviously identity purposes. This is the funny part. So he's sitting there in his wheelchair, because obviously he'd done it as a video record. Then he uploaded it that way. And basically what he did is he sat there in his chair, in his shorts, top off, and then he done a second video, obviously with the top on, of course. So it didn't get done. So he didn't get done by YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch, wherever he put it. I don't know. I never found.
I'll keep playing.
So basically, what he did is he put it up on his socials. His mother was at work, and basically what happened is, you can all guess. Being parents these days probably don't know the exact technology and what everything does if they're not grown up around computers. Well, there's me and my mate, Deadshot Gaming, in brackets, Beetle. So we were sitting in this room where his computer was / green screen. All of a sudden, Beetle get his text message, iMessage, whatever it was, on his iPhone, of his mother saying, "Get the hell home now, if not I'm gonna get to the airport." I think it was either Luton, Stansted, Gatwick or Norwich, one of them 4, and I'm now gonna book the plane ticket to then board the plane to Portugal to come pick you up. And yeah, all of a sudden, and when the stream ended, me and Deadshot Gaming, brackets Beetle, of course, were literally in stitches for like about 3 to 4 hours tops. By the time that, we were laughing that bad, we couldn't near enough breathe. Our insides were near enough felt like they were twisted, like they were turned. I couldn't even have a drink because I was laughing so bad. When I got found out what was going on with this, true story, this fact is, I was drinking a can of Monster, green and black, if you're wondering which can it was, And I literally just spat the monster out of my mouth, not being disgusted halfway across the room because I just started wetting myself laughing. When I found out that Deadshot Gamer's mother was about to board the plane to go and pick him up from this bloody place in Portugal, and then to board him and then to bring him back to England when he was just sitting in his room with his green screen playing a silly prank on his mother and a few other people, that he was in Portugal to get either a few hours, a day or a week, one of them free peace and quiet. Whereas only a few selected people that he trusted that would keep it quiet, that where he actually was. Well, it worked. But yes, that was a funny story. Believe me, I think if you was actually physically there with us when that happened, you would end up creasing yourself laughing yourself. But anyway, I hope everybody enjoyed the little story. What happened to my best mate, this was before he passed away. After knowing him for 16 years in college, he basically taught me everything on how to literally game the keyboard and mouse and PC. I taught myself how to play this wouldn't say keyboard and mouse as much. Went as far as a game controller, then obviously I upgraded to the steering wheel combo setup. Because I thought, fair enough, I'll take this to the next level. I'm gonna become a gaming streamer one day. First start out on YouTube. My first account get hacked by the Russian or someone in Russia, because they forget that you can get the Microsoft/Google authenticator. You can then reset your passcode with a certain code it generates for you. You back in your account. You check where you've been logged in. It will say Russia, whether they're jumping servers over a VPN to try so they can't get tracked, but that will still say where you got tracked and where you logged in. So basically, yeah. So yeah, that was quite funny, really. So I lost my first YouTube account. That was under Monster Energy Gaming Studios, and then obviously, yeah, I shut my gaming down for a little while because I wasn't getting much luck with it. I took a massive break due to the fact losing family members, obviously Deadshot Gaming, Vitor. So it just kind of shut me down. I didn't touch my PC for like half a year, so I decided to shut the whole lot down and start again. So then, instead, if you think about this, right, I then didn't pinch his whole name, because I named my channel, how it all started is I named it Crazy Dead Shane Gaming. Basically I put, how do I do this? I put the C in front of DSG, because his YouTube name was Deadshot Gaming Live. So I gone around and changed it. I put Crazy Dead Shane Gaming in, so I've still got the same initials. So I've still got something there of my best mate. That's how the gaming name came up. Anyway, I know I'm going to stop yakking about it, but in case you guys who do follow me, subscribe to me, and want to know the story about how my gaming name all came to creation in my head and how I thought about it, now I've literally put it out there. That's entirely up to yourself. And now we also have, after me talking about this, we have 550 miles on the dot, which is 9 hours and 25 minutes left on the clock. And it is now 10:50 AM. And we have reached San Simon, sorry. If there is anybody viewing this called San Simon, sorry that I've mentioned your name so many times. It's not that I'm taking the mick or anything. If you read the map, it does now say I'm now about to discover San Simon. But you never know, someone out there in the universe, on the Earth, could be called Sam Simon. I just thought I'd state that out. Just like in New Mexico on this map, there is a country or state called Hobbs. So I'm thinking, alright, let's head over there, let's go and see Agent Hobbs from Fast and Furious. Because you'd think, Luke Hobbs. Now you're telling me that I've got to literally pull in and destroy my cruise speed after so long for a weight inspection. Really? You spoiled sport. I was literally lovely, I was cruising away. Now I wish with this, they were literally at they had double the weight gates. So while someone else is getting, I don't have to bloody wait. Anyway guys, as we are doing this, you're going to ask me why. I'm now about to, if I was in the right gear, I'm now about to reverse out instead, right? Because I've learned this. If I go forward and just pull over, to then go to the loo, which I'm now about to do, sorry, I will literally come back to a traffic jam full of trucks. But if I do this, I'm not going to crash. I'm better than I think I know. If I go this way in and then park over here, I'm out of everyone's way. I'm not jamming up the weight distribution centre or weight service centre or whatever you call it in your language, or weight station bypass server or whatever. I can then just think, sit here, I can put the brakes on, I can put the gear in neutral, I can then put that back into 1, and now I can just pop to the loo. Now I'm out of everybody's way. It makes sense. Right guys, I'm basically back in my room, game room, right? I'll be back in just a sec, and while I'm pulled over and stopped, I'm just going to quickly vape and literally have a drag, but the microphone will be turned off. If not, you'll hear a loud kind of sound, because obviously it's coming out of a vaporizer that size. If it was from my disposable, I'd basically just vape away while I'm driving, so it's nice and quiet. But it doesn't give me no much of a hit than my big one. So yes, I'm sorry, you are waiting here just a tad longer. And yes, guys, I will also say this, just so you're all aware. Basically, if I am streaming tomorrow during the day, that is a big if, and the camera do go off at some point during my stream, it is because my 12-year-old daughter will be driving. And obviously, I've had this conversation with my ex, who'll be named, non-named on the stream apart from my ex, because it could be anybody. Basically, her rules are, if my daughter streams on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, she's got no problem with that, as long as I keep my camera off because of the age. Which is fair enough, as long as I can get my kids started streaming, so then she's got something in common with me, that she likes streaming
Continue straight.
and playing on my PC, I don't mind. Not like the time where she was playing Fortnite, got me over 1,000 views on Facebook. Yes, Destiny, I am quite grateful that you did do it. You had the camera off, but you still got me views. So yes, it did count. Thank you very much. But yes, guys, if you do ever see my stream off during the day after I've had it on, you all... Whoops. You all know why. If the camera's ever off, it's because my daughter's the one driving, not me. So the driving probably won't be as good as mine, but I haven't seen my daughter drive for a long distance than what I have. Because obviously driving a long distance like I have, you'd get more used to the tracks, you'd get used to the roads, you'd get used to the time where the traffic appear, and you're not going to go head-on collision with a back of a trailer. Not very loud. So yes, I will definitely go back to number 2, so you guys can see the scenery. Because I'm kind of like that. I can't be nasty and let you stare out the inside of my cab the whole time, even though you've seen it. But mine, when I do have, I'll have all the beacon lights activated a lot, neons underneath the truck, so it'll look pretty sick. And anyway, you'll see it once I've got enough cash. Which will probably be in the next stream I'll have it built. But anyway, that'll be for the next stream. But yes, guys, that's the plan. But yes, plan is, obviously, if you've got a local profile compared to a Steam account, Steam Cloud, you can clone your profile again, rename it, use a hex converter, which best string for hex is the best one to use. If you click on Google, basically what it is, the easiest way you do this is you copy your profile first, you'll have the hex code with the word dash, you'll have a dash sign, then you'll have the word copy. On that one, you would then go into there, go into the profile or SII, open that with Notepad, go right down to the bottom, your profile name will appear. You can change that to anything. You could change it to Tom, Dick and Harry's profile, you can change it to your profile, you can change it to I'm a driver, I'm shit, or I'm a thick driver, or I'm a twat, or anything else of the kind. You can rename it. Then what that does is once you've done it, you obviously copy the name into the hex converter. You then back out once, click over the file or folder where it says copy beside it. You then rename it to that hex code, and then voila, you've got your new profile. That's basically what I'm going to do once I've gone and done this route. So I can keep one profile on with the speed limiter on and a certain setting, and then get one done with all my truck done up, so certain routes I can do on one profile, certain routes I can do on another, so I can make different jobs up and then do speed times. That's what the plan to be done. So if I copy all the profile exactly. I haven't even got to sit there for hours with mods trying to figure out where does this one go, where does that go, where does this one go, where does that go. Not a couple all exact. Mods are all enabled. Trailers going past are enabled. Trucks a lot, and it just makes things a whole lot easier. Because for people who doesn't stream like myself, if you did, you wouldn't even think to imagine how much pain it takes for a streamer to go through like all these settings. Believe me, for us lot, it's quicker just to copy our profile than it is to just start again from scratch, unless you do want to change your home headquarters where you start. No. And fuck it, quit. Damn. What I'm gonna do, guys, is I should continue where I last left. Is I'll restart the game. And obviously, if it starts again, I'll continue driving. If not, I shall literally redo this job at some other point. If it doesn't, I'll get my truck done up on another profile for tomorrow night's stream. But you do get trouble like this sometimes. Let's just have a quick look before I do anything else. Because normally it has a trouble if you go into the config, go into where it says find, type in buffer. Buffer size is 35. I normally put between 35 and 50. Personally, on my PC, 35 it runs nice and smooth. Well, not tonight it didn't, did it? But normally it will run no problem. I'd get no stutter, no nothing. But in a minute you should see it should have technically, what's the word? Continue where I last left off. Crashed, basically. Is what it should do. If it all goes to plan, I should be on a job, I should continue where I am, and voila, I should be good to go again. I'm in the truck. I'm going from Kingston, Jamaica to Radiator Springs, Arizona. And current jobs, retires, Radiator Springs, blah blah blah.
Okay, baby.
Exactly, see? I'm in the same place where it cut me off. So it's not like I had to start the whole thing again. So if it did, I'd be pissed. The only thing I've got to do now is just build up speed. But as long as once I've done this job and I get my sleep in to about 11, half 11, I should be fine tomorrow. I should say I went to bed probably like 55 minutes from now this morning and got up about 10:15 when I was going to get up for like 11:15. Actually, that's 9:15 I got up in the end instead of 10:15. Instead, because I had a nightmare that 100 cats were watching me at the end of my bloody bed while I was asleep, I just shot up in the map of nightmare. And yes, you just saw Sonic Hedgehog 2 trailer I created in the past. So we are now sitting at, near enough at Tuscan, let's see. It cut off there, which is fair, I guess. At least it didn't cut off near the beginning. But what I will also do is during the stream next time is I'll turn my graphics down a bit just in case of that, and it's cut off again, guys. So I will have to stop it there. But I do literally have my plan. Anyway, cheers for watching, guys. But I shall see you again.